Hey, it's Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com. And it's Thursday, it's October 26th. This will be our chart lesson today. And this is going to wrap up our week. And this is a fairly easy day. I love these kind of days. They're really predictable. And this one was really pretty easy. All you had to do were buy the lows and sell the highs. It's a little, it's a little iffy in the middle here. Um, you got to be really careful here. You can see you probably could have taken a few out of the middle. But all you really needed, I mean, there's multiple trades off the highs or the lows here, easy trades. So I didn't mark any of the ones in the middle because those are the ones that get pretty dicey and can trip you up. This looks like a perfect reversal. But if you'd have went long on that above with one stop, with one tick, you'd have got stopped out. And that's a good example of why you got to be careful getting long or short in the middle. Especially when you would think you'd be going up to this high and there should be plenty of room to get out before that high, but it doesn't make it and it turns down. And so you just got to be really careful there. This one would have worked, as you see, but again, um, you probably want to get a second entry, a nice second entry long or something before you take it. Um, you had to be real patient early on. I just don't recommend getting in this stuff at all right here. There's not enough room between the highs and the lows um, for anything consistent. Uh, you see, this one would have worked, but most of these would have probably failed on you. I did like this original trade early on, right around 7 o'clock this morning. Um, we bounced off these lows, and that's a nice bullish bar. The only problem with this is that's a but your stop has to go down here, and that's a big, big stop. So um, I'm not crazy about it, but I do like that entry um, if you want to be aggressive. And then and this one was real tempting, but you see all those multiple lows there, and the odds are it's going to pull back. So you better wait on a breakout pullback short anyway. And if you'd went long there, there is a second entry long, but if you'd went long, it would have turned down and stopped you out before it went higher. So you're just better off to stay out of those really tight ones unless you can get in at the very low or the very high, preferably on either a failed break lower or an entry just a tick or two off of those where I have those lines. And you might have moved this line up to here. We closed right there, but early on I had it right there. So you might have moved it to there. That makes more sense once you closed here. Uh, because you're getting most of your touches and closes right along that line. Same thing here. You might have moved this one down, and it fits a little better there. But the next trade didn't come till we got a breakout here, and we had a breakout with a big bearish bar. I like going short there. That gives you plenty of room to get out, and in this case, it didn't matter. It just kept going. It even broke through those lows and went down and tested the original lows. So at that point, you probably would have had this line right down here once that bounced there. But later I moved it up when it made more sense right across here. But I would have had it here at that point. And of course we take off. You get your reversal pattern here, but you don't have room to get out. Again, you might have moved this up. I wouldn't actually move it up there because you're not getting any touches up there. You're getting most of your touches right there, so I would have left it right there. So you don't really have enough room to right there. But guess what? It pushes on up, and you actually get a close outside, pushes on up, and look at that big bearish bar. Look how far away you are from the EMA. I love that trade, and you may catch a major high, and you get a really nice move down. You don't catch you don't get a trend that continues on, but if you can just catch that one trade, and you're going to have runners. And this one was probably hard to catch, to be honest with you, because if you use a stop there, you couldn't get your stop in time, so you had to put a limit order, and you may or may not got filled depending on your chart. But it still gives you an easy entry right here. Notice what happens. You come back first entry and you test that breakout, that support resistance line. Second entry long, you test it again. Look at that big bearish bar. Just go short right there. and you're looking for prices to come all the way back down to this low, hopefully. And so if you can catch that one and a runner, I mean, that one fell quickly, and then it bounces. Again, you probably would have moved this up when that bounced right there. And I like that one. Just for a quick look again, look how far away we are from the EMA. You get a chance to get in. You could argue for this one is real close to being green, but I like it just to go long. At this point, we've bounced there multiple times. Um, and you get that nice bullish bar, and you're so far away from the EMA. And you did get a close outside here and a new low on this trend too. So that's just way overdone for a range day. So you're looking for it to come back. And again, you're hoping you get a reversal pattern here, and you really don't. This one is tempting, but I would, like I said, you need to wait on a second entry when you're in the middle there. You could argue, I mean, this is really your signal bar, so you would have had to go long above this one, or when it broke above this one, drop your limit order back, and it's just too risky. As good as that looks, and you know prices are probably going to try to come up here. You just have to skip it. And guess what? Prices do run back up, and you get a double test of this level again. You tested it here, and then you come back two more times. Nice bearish bar. Just go short there. And again, hopefully you run all the way to the other side. And by now, this is obvious where your lines are. And here's your chance to buy again at the bottom. No, we don't have a break of that trend line, but look how many times we've bounced there. You're a little bit away from the EMA. You're better off to wait on this one. But it's obvious now we're going back and forth. So I'm looking for every opportunity to buy the lows or sell the highs at this point. And if you get a setup, you want to take it. Again, we talked about this. It's in the middle. It looks very much like this. You got a little better signal bar there, but again, it's a fairly large one. Well, I was trying to see how big. There it comes. Sometimes it just takes that thing a while to show up. That is well, it's 6 points, but by the time you enter on a stop one tick above and you put your stop one tick below, it's exactly 8 ticks. So, but it's on a first entry, and you do have enough room. You know, you might argue for that to be green, and it does look like a repeat pattern here. So for that reason, you may argue for it to be green. But I'm just going to tell you, when you're getting this many opportunities off the highs and lows, don't fool with this stuff. And look what happens. You break higher, and you see you probably would have gotten trapped there. But when it turns, you know, when you made a double top there again, I'd probably exit. And you might have moved this down by that point, and you can see that right there. And that might have been enough to keep you out of that one. But when you double tested that right there and starts to turn down again, I would have exited. That's not a good sign. And actually, I like going short here. You've got your break, a new high, and another test of it, a double test of this high, big bearish bar. Again, that's a pretty big bar. You probably want to let it break and get a limit order or a tick or so back in. You got to be careful trying to get conservative like that though, because it'll take off and leave you. And we've been seeing what's been happening all day. We've been going back and forth, so we're probably headed to the lows again. Sure enough, that's where we go. And that got us into the 2 o'clock hour. So I don't know why this showed up in there today. Something happened there. I don't know, some kind of fluke or something. But from here to here is your highs and your opening and your closes. So, but yeah, I'm not sure why that happened right there. But anyway, I love these kind of days. They're very predictable. As long as you're careful about getting in the middle. And again, early on, I mean, it's been that way the last few days. You know, usually the early from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock is when all your best trades happen. And the last few days, I mean, with the stuff we've been having, you can see here, not much happening. This day, well, it picked it. We got to move. We got a pretty good trade there pretty quickly, but you just have to be a little bit patient in the mornings until something comes out, it gives you a little better idea of what's going on. So um, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. This will wrap up our week. We'll be back again to do it Monday, but I'm done for the week. This is Mac with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.